Today we're going to set up the MyStudio AL1-LED accent light. This is a brand new accent light from MyStudio. We formerly used fluorescent lights and we have transitioned to LED. A lot of advantages with the LED. It is twice as bright as the fluorescent in about the same size. You don't ever have to replace a bulb, and it can also be used in countries that run 220, 240 electricity without a voltage converter, something the fluorescents could not do. So, without further ado, we're going to go into the AL1 accent light, which is a single light accent light. There's also an AL2 that has two bulbs, but this is the AL1, so this is what comes in the kit. You've got the powder-coated aluminum housing. This acts as a reflector and also a brace for the light. This is the actual LED light. There's actually LED strips behind these diffusers. This is ultra bright. You'll notice on the back of the light we have marked for you where the brackets are going to go. We'll get to that in a little bit, as well as noted the bottom of the light. The orientation is important because that's where the power cord will plug in. So there will either be a B or a sticker that notes the bottom of the light. This is the power cord for the light, along with a 6-foot extension cord that has an on-off switch. This is the L bracket that is going to go on the housing. It'll help it stand up or lay down. And the only hardware that comes with this, we've got two little clips that go onto the back of the light. We've got these two little 832 screws and wing nuts, and we've got a single 1/4-20 screw and hex nut. And all you need to put it together are either a 7/16 inch wrench or nut driver and a Phillips or flathead screwdriver. Either will work. So we're going to go ahead and start putting this together. First thing you want to do is put the L bracket on the back of the housing here. There's two holes here. We're just going to attach the bottom hole first using the 1/4-20 screw and the hex nut. So what we're going to do is kind of line up that bottom hole right there, and we're just going to put this right through here. Sometimes it'll punch right through, sometimes you need to just kind of twist it through. And then you want to use the hex nut, and we're just going to get it kind of finger just snug, because you do want it to be able to go up and down just a little bit. We'll tighten it after we get the light on there. So we're just going to leave this here for a second. Now we're going to go to the light here. So you'll notice that we have already marked out for you where these brackets go. So take one of the brackets and one of the little 832 screws, and from the inside, so you see these little things that come up on either side, go ahead and put that through, and we are going to put this on the light right in between those black lines. So you'll see it just kind of grips on both sides. Just snap it on there like that. So there's kind of a larger groove here on the side, and it just kind of clips in there. So we're going to put one there, and then we go down to the bottom, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Put the screw through, and then I'm just going to put this. So that is it. So it'll look like this. You got the screws pointing away from the light. So the next thing we're going to do is you want to make sure that the part of the light that's marked bottom is going to match up with the bottom of this housing. And what you want to do is line up this bracket, the hole right there, with this right here. And we're going to put that screw through both parts right there. So here now we're going to put the little wing nuts right on here. One there, and one here. And you don't have to get them real tight. They're just kind of snug. They're not going to go real tight because they are, the screws are kind of behind here, but it's plenty snug. And the very last thing you're going to want to do is tighten this bracket down. So you want this to be about flush with the bottom here. And I'm just going to use a screwdriver here and a nut driver, and just tighten that down nice and tight. So there you go. Your accent light is ready to go. The only thing we're going to do here is we're going to attach the power cord. So you'll see this little 3-pronged end. We're going to put that down in here. And these notches here are actually for the cord to go through, so whether you're going to stand it up like this or lay it down, you can put it on either side. And finally, we are going to plug this into the extension cord. So I'm just going to plug this in real quick. Okay, so we've got the light plugged into the wall. I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch on the cord, and your light is on. You can see this is a really bright light. This can be used either lying down, it can be used standing up. Just make sure the cord is going through one of these notches so that it doesn't get unstable. If you really wanted it to be stable, there's actually a hole here. You could screw this down to a table or something like that. But as you can see, it's plenty stable like this, even standing up. You can position that in front of your product, to the side, behind. You can do a lot of things with an accent light and extra light. For product photography, it's really a nice 5000K, so it's a color balanced light. It's large compared to small products, so you get a nice soft and even light. So that is the MyStudio AL1 accent light.